Hey guys, working in the yard. Family's out of town and took a day off to play a little bit in the food forest area, and I wanted to cover a quick little video on a piece that I'm doing that it's going to be hard to explain after I do it, so I'm kind of halfway through it, and I thought I'd do it on video before I got too much further, and it also gives me a chance to take a break from the extreme heat. So last few times I've mentioned a level sill or a contour line and those little yellow flags that are along there in the background. Those are all perfectly level. So I took a laser level to review and made sure that those are all on line. And where I'm standing right now is uphill, and obviously downhill is a pond. So eventually all the water that falls goes that way. And where my farm is, and this particular little spot on the farm, is kind of a unique thing because part of the year we're getting a lot of water and part of the year we've got drought. And so one of the things with permaculture is that you want to use those resources when you've got them. They call it capture and store energy, or capture and store resources. And so one of the techniques I'm using is, I'm stealing from several techniques at the same time, but on this level line, all the water comes downhill, and I've dug a trench. Now, a lot of people would call that a swale, except I'm using it a little differently than your traditional swale, because normally on a steeper hill you see people catch the water and it basically fills with water and then holds that water so it has time to sink into the ground. I'm pretty much at water table here, so I don't really need to sink it into the ground, but I need to hold it right where it is for a little bit longer. So instead of doing a traditional swale technique, what I'm doing is I've dug a trench all the way down this contour line, and then just downhill from that there'll be some trees and stuff that'll reach, and eventually there'll be some trees uphill too. And then that trench will catch water as it comes downhill and hold it for a little bit to give it time to hang out. But what I'm doing is, as you'll see the after shot over here on this side of the trench, is I'm completely filling it with wood chips and mulch. And so what happens there is that mulch, as it starts to break down, it becomes a sponge, kind of like a forest floor element. And you see it's all the way full to the level of that mound. So on this side, it looks like I got a long way to go, but eventually it'll look just like that. And so what that does, it gives me a footpath to walk on, near the trees as they start to develop. And like I said, I'll have trees on both sides of this, but it gives the trees some place to shoot some roots to get some water in the dry season. And as this stuff breaks down, because we're in Florida, so it'll break down pretty fast. As it breaks down, it'll start providing long-term nutrients to those same trees, so they can reach in and get food, and they can get water, and it'll carry them through those dry spells without me having to do a lot of watering, if any, really. Once they get established, the trees shouldn't need any. So that's a little technique, combining a few things, so it's kind of a little bit of a banana circle meets hugelkultur meets swale, I guess. Lots of techniques all packed into one, but that's what I'm doing, and eventually it will look like this, all level like, and you can't even tell that there's a ditch under there. All right, hope that's informative. I'll fill you in as I get a little further on in the project. Thanks for watching.